It's always the ones that will call you a stalker that project when really they're the ones with sneaky next level spy behavior. It's definitely giving monitoring spirit vibes. I can feel it. I can pick up on it. They're lurking. They're watching. They just can't look away, even if they wish they could. It's like, don't you got a job? I know when I was working, and always had a full-time job since I was like 18 years old. The last thing I would ever think to do is be a stalker. I've always just been worried about my money, where it's coming from, and my hustle and my grind. Like listening to music, vibing. Like the last thing I'm worried about is somebody else. And although I have not worked in a few years, I have not changed. I'm just worried about me, myself, and I. I've just always had my own focus. I don't like butting into people's lives. I don't care. I was clocked in. I was always worried about my own hustle. I'm just worried about building my bag, making my content, creating, being inspiring, being exceptionally amazing every day, and leveling up, baby. Leveling up. The irony is the people that accuse you of being a stalker are the ones actually doing the stalking. They're the ones wasting hours on burners and watching your every move. It's all projection. They can't imagine that someone genuinely doesn't care. Narcissistic people can't comprehend that people are not checking for them, not focused on them. They want you to care about them so bad, and you just don't. There's nothing to care about. The only people that have fake accounts, burners, are narcissists. They thrive off monitoring you. My mom would monitor me on social media, but she doesn't check in with me herself. She doesn't talk to me. She monitors me without a real relationship. Mom just knew things by lurking. It's the same vibe with people online. They just watch, they just collect information, and they just twist things. And it's not out of care for you. It's about control and surveillance. My mom didn't pick up the phone and show any care with how I was doing. She just played detective with my life. When I was in my most vulnerable state, going through a bunch of trauma, she never checked in. No one's asking if I'm okay. No one checking in on me. And because I grew up like that with no one actually like checking in on me, that's why I'm so self-focused and not focused on anyone else. No one asks how you're doing or cares to know what's going on. Just make sure you're okay. And that's just what it means to like grow up in survival. That's why I stay in my lane. That's why I don't spend my time stalking anyone or obsessing over anybody, because I'm obsessed with myself. Put all of my energy into me. Spend all of my time on me. Every ounce of my time goes into my grind, my hustle, my bag, and my growth and my healing. Like, I never cared what anybody else was doing. That's not my business. I don't move from envy or obsession. That's why it's so wild when people project their own behavior onto me, something I know for a fact that they're doing. I have receipts to back that shit up. I know people are spying on me. And it's weird. I know people spy on me without ever showing up for me. The whole time, they think they're in on my life when I don't even give them a thought. I've always been focused on me, not anybody else. I don't pour energy into people unless it's reciprocated. Focused where there's mutual care and mutual love. That's intimacy. Meanwhile, the people on fake accounts and spying on me, that's not mutual. That's an obsession with no relationship behind it. I've always been real about having connections, not just lurking. Like, why would I stalk somebody I don't even want a relationship with? Like, no, babe, I don't even want you. I don't want your attention. I don't want to know what's going on with you. I don't care. I'm so savagely unbothered. I don't have the capacity to care about people who don't matter to me. Like, I literally can't give a fuck. And even if I once did care, I don't obsess over the dead or over ghosts. Because once I'm done, I'm done. When I do care, that energy is very alive, it's very real, and you will know it. I don't recycle energy. Like, you could not even pay me to care. Because I'm always about myself and my peace and my hustle. Nobody can just like be in my head if there's no mutual care, love, or respect. People spend hours wondering what I'm up to and obsessing. Me, I'm invested in myself and people who pour back. So the idea that I actually take time out of my day to see what somebody else is up to. There was one time I was curious. I wouldn't call it stalking. I was curious about my mom and checked up on her Instagram like twice. But there was nothing to see. Nothing I was missing out on. The difference between me and these other people is I'll check once and let it go. But these narcissist types, they can't stop. It's literally like every day. It's like a routine. They need you to project onto. They need you for validation or entertainment. I'm human. I might get curious about what's being said or what's being done. Once I clock the truth, I let it go. I don't just sit there obsessing. They, on the other hand, they turn into a lifestyle. There's burner accounts after burner accounts. Running my name through circles. It's compulsive. Curiosity is human. Obsession, that's a mental illness. That's a sickness.